What is up, Gundam fans? This is your favorite builder, Oh My Wings again, with an awesome Gundam Breaker Battlelog kit for the Gundam 00 Command Quanta. Now, this was a kit that I was actually really looking forward to, and I really like the design, and again, just looking at it, Quanta is actually one of my favorite Gundams, so having to see a customized one mixed in with the Command Gundam, that is pretty awesome. So let's get into it.
Oh my...
Alright, so the first things I always like to go over, I want to go over the box so we can just look at the artwork just in front right here. It looks phenomenal. Like, already this design looks so epic. The gun, the missiles, which probably attracted me the most. The color scheme is really dope. And as we look here, we can see the side, and it comes with the sword, it looks like, as well as a rifle. Looks like it comes with a shield bit as well, and one command source. I think they're calling it the missile launcher, heavy machine gun, and as well as the arm shield. As you can see at the side, same photo, everything. And of course, you can see the customization for the create your own Gunpla. So it goes with the live lance, the blazing, and it looks like you can also customize the Barbatorus, which is really cool. Of course, the introduction of the Gundam Breaker Battlelog series. That's right now on YouTube. 8 minutes episodes. I think about 6, I believe, or 6 or 8. I'm not really too sure. But you can check that on their YouTube page on Gundam Info. And of course, the site here, distributed by Bluefin, of course. And let's get to inside the kit. So, of course, already we can see from here, this is the booklet for the manual. So we'll look inside really quickly. You can show all the directions. And overall, if you look at this kit, and we could probably go into the runners later, so we can discuss more. So let's look at right here. In the front, we have the illustration of what it looks like, of course. And they did a great job. Like, it looks amazing. Obviously, it's coming from the 00 Quanta material, so it's from the Awakening of the Trailblazers. So you can see here, this mobile suit was featured in the Gundam 00, the movie Awakening of the Trailblazer, which was, you know what, not really bad. It wasn't a bad movie. It wasn't bad. It was good, but it wasn't quite there, but it was enjoyable. It was a very interesting one. Of course, it was the successor to the 00 Riser, as you can see here, the mobile suit that incorporated the twin drive system. The Gundam is exclusively for Setsuna FSA, who had awakened as a pure innovator, and it was not intended to the combat and created for communication using the quantum system, which basically was still attacking the movie, obviously, so it had its way. Alright, now here is a far stretch. I could be wrong, but I think he has the same hair as Setsuna FSA. That could be a far stretch, and obviously his hair is gray, just like when Setsuna became a pure innovator and he went he fused with the ELSs of the aliens. So that could be a far stretch, but I think that's kind of what they based off his design from. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's just my personal theory. And now we want to get into some of the runners. So as you can see, the runners here, these are some of the leftover parts after when you finish the kit. It has some leftovers from the 00 Quanta itself. As you can see here, if you look at the back, let's see when these runners were made. They were made in 2010. So this is basically a reprinted of the 00 Quanta. So you can see the Quanta shield is supposed to go there for the backpack, I believe. That's the handle. So this is based off the 00 Quanta itself. Of course, this is also updated as well. So if you look here, this one was also made in 2010. So this is also just painted again over the 00 Quanta. As you can see here, this is the head for it. Some of the parts, I guess, you can use for the Quanta head. Of course, it comes with polycaps. And, of course, leftover parts here, which I believe, let's see if this one is actually 2010. So this one is 2021. So this was actually made for the Command Quanta, which is great. This one is probably, let's see if you can see here, 2010 Quanta. So you see the bits that was leftovers. And I believe this one is for the Quanta Command as well. So if you look here in the back, 2021, this was made for it. And I believe this one was made for it too, if you look closely. Yep, it is also for the Command Quanta. And last but not least, this one was for the Command Quanta itself. So there's actually a few runners that are actually representing for the Quanta. I guess you could say like the main body parts for the most part, but everything here is pretty up to date. A few pieces, which is really cool. And of course, as you see the sticker sheet here, I only needed a few. So of course, these were for the panels for the, I guess you could say the lighting for the Quan. Again, so let's get into some posing of the kit, and let's see how the articulation is. And so pretty much here, if you want to do some ab crunches, it doesn't really do much of the ab crunches because it's based off the Quanta older model. So there's not much ab crunching like they had in the newer kits these days. But again, it stands pretty well because all the updated 2021 weapons on this thing. So it makes it feel new, which is really, really nice. Alright, so going to the kit here, just from out of the box with a little bit of panel lining, this looks fantastic. Like, it looks amazing right out of the box. Not much painting needs to be done because the color scheme is perfect. Now, let's go over some of the perfect things on it. The posing, everything is pretty good. It's pretty in terms of like articulation. You can go 360 there, 360 there. And as well as, you know, you can bend it pretty far. What I really like is the armor around it, so it's not too much of the Quanta kind of style. So it doesn't make it look skinny, but it makes it a little bit buff and, like, I guess you can say bulky, I guess you can say for that. The head is pretty awesome with the missiles there, and you can do the head with the giggity giggity. You can probably turn 360, but of course you have to go through a few armors behind it, so I'm not going to do that. But overall, it's pretty good in terms of moving its neck, and as well as get the 360 on its arms, and of course the 360 on its waist as well. So you can do that. Now, the one thing I would say that's kind of a problem, which is the front. It's kind of loose, so I mean, it fits nicely, but it's really loose. So I guess if you want to make it a little bit better or a little tighter, you could always put a little bit of extra cement, just a tiny bit. You don't need a whole bunch just to stick it on. But besides that, it's pretty solid. The boosters go like that, just kind of like on the Quanta, pretty similar. And I can tell if this part keeps falling off, which probably means I need to tighten it or just not, I guess, touch it there for as much. So that seems like it could be an issue, but it's not too bad, not a bad issue. So we can look here. So you can tell what's really cool, that the bits were replaced by the, like, I guess, knives, which is really cool, and it's based off the Quanta shield on the side as well, which was really creative. I thought it was really awesome. Of course, with a missile, this is a really cool gimmick because, you know, anything with missiles on a Gundam is pretty dope. Now, I really like the rifle, too. The rifle, I guess you can call it the gun blade, the rifle blade, whatever you want to call it. This is pretty dope. Like, this is a really cool combat weapon. So I really, really like this one, and I thought it was a really cool gimmick, well, I guess weapon, I guess you can say. It's probably one of my favorite weapons. And of course we have the sword here. This is based off the Quanta blade right here. If you ever seen the Quanta sword, it's usually like blue, I believe. I forgot which color it was, but obviously this was painted gray just for this kit because it wants that combat style. It has this part, which is pretty similar, this part, but the handle is a little different. This is not exactly like the Quanta, so I liked how they kind of upgraded that. And of course, you can use it as a sword. It's there. It's pretty cool. And I believe as well, so yeah, that's what I was telling you about, like the part, it's just so freaking loose sometimes. So I'm probably going to have to glue that very soon. Here, I'm pretty sure I can put these on if I really wanted to. So there you go. Put it right there. Now let's say in case, for example, in battle, it loses a shield, but it can probably use its bits. So I'm going to take off the bits here. And I can also put the knives here. So there you go. We got like double blades here. The dual blades. This is pretty cool. I like it. I like this. This is really, really nice. So you could do that. The booster is pretty unattached. This is the same back as the Quanta. The feet are a little different. As you can tell, the ankle is attached, which the Quanta didn't have. The feet are a little more bulkier. So it doesn't have the Quanta feet exactly, but it's like more like, you know, just a little more stumpier, which I like better actually. So, this really, really impressed me, and I think this is one of the coolest kits so far from the battle log. So since I don't have the 00 Quanta high grade, I was able to find the Shia Quanta, which is basically off the same build. So if you compare the two with the Command Quanta, the similar features are obviously the legs, and the arms are obviously with different coloring. So if I were to pull this off, just like the armor, you can tell that the legs are the exact same thing. Obviously, like as mentioned, it's more bulkier than the others. So that's basically much the difference. In terms of putting on the backpack on, I don't think I can because I did a customization on this. So most likely I won't be able to compare that. But they're basically the same mold and everything, except this one just has more weapons and armor. So that's pretty much it for that. Just by looking here, you can see the posing mobility is looking pretty sharp just with any kind of stance. So that is nice. As you can see here, the posing looks phenomenal. You can basically do any kind of pose you really want. It looks good. Like, this posing is really dope. Like I said, the color scheme, highly recommend this kit if you plan on picking one up. I believe they're getting at different hobby shops now, which is great. So that's good news for everybody who's been waiting for it. But yeah, color scheme's good. The build is fun. So overall, if you want to get one of the BattleOuge kits, this is another one I highly recommend getting. It's not too loose. It's pretty fitted. It's tight in some of the parts, except for the front, like I mentioned, but that can be easily fixed. But this is a great kit. Great kit. If you plan on getting one yourself, do get one, because I highly recommend getting one. If you like this video, I am on Twitch from Sundays, Mondays, as well as Thursdays, and sometimes Fridays as well. We play Valorant, we build Gundams, and we play PSO2. So if that's something you enjoy, you can click my link below and check out more of my Twitch. If you like this video, please subscribe to the page and like and comment. And if you'd like to see more videos of this, comment below which video you want to see next. Maybe there's another kit I can review, something that you might be interested in. We'll be reviewing metal builds as well. See you guys next time. Thank you so much, Gundam fans, and see you in the next video.